Hey, how's it going everybody? My name is Python and welcome back to some more Vintage Story. I'm always so excited to record these episodes. Like, when I wake up in the morning and I know that I've got to make a Vintage Story episode, I am genuinely happy about it. And I can't tell you the last time that was the case with any other game. That's not to say I don't enjoy the other games that I make videos on. It's just, yeah, I'm heavily enjoying this one at the moment. So, let's have ourselves a little bit of a meal. And then we are gonna get to work on some prospecting and finally some farming. It's quite possible that I've left it too late to get into the farming side of things, but we're going to do it nonetheless, and we're just going to kind of hope that maybe we can get a couple of bits and bobs. So since the last episode, I've taken on board some of your folks' suggestions, mostly in that we should replace the crude doors with solid doors. Not only are these things more reliable in that they don't keep popping off the wall, but also, if you check out the perish speed on these here vessels, it's now very much slowed down. So yeah, vegetable perish speed 0.21 times, grain 0.14 times. Like, it's kind of bonkers. Like, look at this. Fresh for 2 days, 24 hours, 1.2 years with the turnip. 12 days with the cranberries, 12.1 years for the flax grain. Like, this is well worth it, getting into the food preservation side of things, isn't it? I've also dipped my toes into the chiseling side of things. This started off as a full block of granite cobblestone, and I decided to convert it into a little bit of an arched shelf, so we could host another storage vessel. So, yeah, we've got some good things going on down here in our cook nook now. But yeah, like I say, today is the day we finally get into the farming side of things. So checking out the pop-ups here, you can see the growth time. The onions take a whopping 17 in-game days. Turnips require 9. Flax. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, this could be quite useful. We are still yet to delve into the sort of grain side of things. Should we just do everything, including these apple tree cuttings? Sure. So while we make a little bit of a start here, it gives me an opportunity to say a massive thank you to all of you folks who have been supporting these episodes. Of course, if you want to continue supporting these episodes and indeed the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd continue dropping likes beneath the videos. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button while those bell notifications turned on, and you'll be the first to know when the new episodes roll out. So check this out, folks. Since the last episode, I decided to dig myself out a larger charcoal making area. We've got a whole bunch of firewood down here already, and yeah, you might notice I no longer have an axe, and that is because I found a very large tree with a large amount of wood, and sadly, it completely destroyed my axe. So we're going to have to try to see if we can find ourselves a large copper deposit as a result of prospecting today. But yeah, first of all, we are going to make ourselves a large area with this here medium fertility soil because, yeah, this is going to serve us better than the low fertility soil, isn't it? Oh, you're kidding me. My shovel just ran out as well. Please tell me I've got a backup shovel. No. No. How are andesite stones for tools? Do they give more durability than their more closer to the surface stone counterparts? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out in just a sec. So yeah, already lots and lots of odd jobs stacking up for us in today's episode. And I gotta be honest, I love it when that is the case. There's just so much to do. If we get bored of one thing, we could just hop on over to a different thing. So, durability with the shovel, 60. And then with the axe, 50. So, back to making our farming area. So how many crops do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to have 7 little patches in here. We've got each side being 4 blocks wide, which should certainly do the job for now. And then, yeah, perhaps when it comes to the next in-game year, we can slightly more heavily get into the farming side of things. But now, though, we're just kind of going for more so beginners setup. Only, you know, I am a beginner at this game, so yeah. So check it out, folks. We've got ourselves 8 growth areas, each growth area having 12 blocks, which I think is a pretty good starting amount. All we need to do is we need to get these stone path separators in, then a little bit of a surrounding fence, and then we can begin on the actual planting of the seeds, I guess. There we are. That's that's looking pretty good, isn't it, my friend? So, when it comes to moisturizing the crops here, is it similar to Minecraft in that you just have to have like a water source sort of in the middle, and then it will sort of moisturize up to a certain amount of blocks away? Maybe we should consult the handbook. Farming! It ain't much, but it's honest work. Crops need moisture to grow. Ah, this is it. Planting crops within 3 blocks of water will help them maintain good moisture levels. However, you can grow crops even on ground with no water nearby using a watering can or natural rainfall, which will increase soil moisture. How does one make a watering can? Oh, turns out you can clay form a watering can into existence. Well, 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 don't mind if I do. Yeah, we got it, folks. Right, now we just need to make ourselves a pit kiln real quick. 10 dry grass, 8 sticks, and some peat for fuel. Get this lit up, and then after a snooze, not only will we have a new day be ushered in, but this thing should have been sped along by quite a decent amount. So, time for a snooze. So here we are, folks. The copper hoe that we made previously, 200 durability. All we need to do is get out into our little farming area. We probably need to get rid of all of this here grass that has randomly sprouted up first, and then we'll probably be able to do this thing. Oh, look at this. So check this out. Having tilled my first load of land, we have nutrient levels. 50% N, which I think is nitrogen. 50% P, which is, I'd like to say potassium. And 50% K. Not entirely sure what that one is, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, growth speeds. This ain't looking too bad. I mean, it's all 74% plus, right? The tooltip of the tilled farmland will tell you the status of the 3 soil nutrients, N, P, and K. Different plants need different nutrients, and will use them up from the soil as they grow. If the required nutrient is low, they will grow much slower. It's good practice to rotate your crops so that each subsequent planting uses a different nutrient than the one before. Farmland will naturally regenerate nutrients over time when left fallow. There are also several types of fertilizer in the world which can more quickly replenish nutrients. Ooh, this is probably what we're going to be looking for, right? So we've got bone meal. Oh my goodness me. So gotten by grinding various bits and bobs. Yeah, here we go. Bone. Cool. So what do we use to grind with? I mean, a grinder, I imagine. A grinding stone? Obtained by breaking... No, I don't think it's that one. Oh, is it this thing here? The quern. Ah, granite rocks, hammer, chisel, and a couple of sticks. How do you get the granite rock? I've got absolutely no idea. Ah, full block of granite can be obtained by breaking all adjacent rocks. Very good. All right, that shouldn't be too difficult, right? We're just going to pop up here to what has slowly become my granite mining area. And if what that says is true, mine that block, this block, the one behind here, and then the one underneath, and then apparently it will drop the actual block itself. Oh, look at that. Ha! That's pretty cool. Oh, interesting. I've just checked out the tooltip of these tree cuttings. There's only a 40% chance that these cuttings will survive and grow into a new tree, presumably establishing tree cutting. So I wonder just how many of these tree cuttings will result in an actual fruit tree. Hopefully at least a few. Anyway, back to base real quick. Here we are with the chisel. And so far as I can remember, there's a little bit of that, this, and then a couple of sticks. And there it is, the quern. And this bad boy is going to go right here. And then presumably we need to grab out all of these here bones, of which we have quite a lot, by the way. Chuck it in there. And then hold right click to grind it. Whoa. Oh, this is cool. All right, so hopefully from this, we should grab ourselves quite a lot of bone meal. Yeah, look at this. Fertilizer, 3% N, 30% P. 0% K. So having Googled what the N, P, and K stand for when it comes to the nutrients, since for whatever reason it doesn't seem to state it in-game, the N is indeed nitrogen, the P is actually phosphorus, not potassium, and then the K is potassium. Yeah, I need to go back to school, don't I? Time for a little bit of a lunch break, methinks. Oh, look at that. It just replenished the entire hunger bar. That is fantastic. Ah, okay. Very, very handy dandy. It turns out you can indeed have the Quern UI on the right-hand side while you're grinding this stuff, so you can see how it's doing. And yeah, look at that. It seems to be a relatively quick process when it comes to grinding bones down into bone meal. Alrighty, my friends. All of the bones have been ground down into bone meal. Very, very good. So popping on in here, let me just quickly remind myself, it's 30% phosphorus and 3% nitrogen that this stuff provides. So checking out the ground here, what have we got going on? We have 50% P and 50% N. Nice. So do we have to plant this stuff down before the crop, or... Oh, yeah, you can. You can place it down before the crop. So, yeah, slow release fertilizer plus 3% N plus 30% P. Nice. So, checking out the moisture levels, for some reason, the soil that is nearest the water has a less amount of moisture. Well, that doesn't make any sense, but oh well. Right, so what have we got here? Turnips. These only take 9 in-game days to grow, so let's get some of these bad boys placed down. And, yeah... I guess now we've got to play the waiting game. And while we play the waiting game, we could probably get on with getting some more stuffs planted down. So 50-50-50 across the board. Growth speeds, minimum of 74%, but we've got a whopping 88% in this sort of corner here. That's pretty good going, I would say. So let's get some more bone meal placed down, and then we'll figure out what we're going to be planting down here. Onions... Carrots. Carrots take a less amount of time, so I'm going to go for carrots. And now it's time to get another section tilled. Am I the only one who's finding this whole process really satisfying? I mean, I love tending to my garden in real life, so doing it in the game here as well. I don't know. I just love it. I don't know what to tell you. It's just cool. All right, the moisture on this farmland is okay. The moisture on this farm... Oh, hello. That's a little bit on the low side there, it has to be said. I think we might need to try to hide some water sources around. Only check this one out. Moisture 0%. Originally, I thought this was low fertility soil, but no, it's just dry. Yikes. But anyways, I'm just going to continue on with the tilling, and then we'll have a little bit better of an idea as to what areas need a water source nearby. So, how does one make a bucket? We've got flax twine, and we've got 5 boards. Do we have enough flax to make that twine? Ah, we need 1 more. Ah, look at the little maple sapling. Oh, that's so cute. Give it time, and it'll sprout up into a big boy. Anyway, I'm out here because I am trying to find myself some flax. Pretty sure you can find it sort of all over the world, so I guess, I don't know, it'll just be a matter of time before I find some. Oh, hello, is this it? Oh, it's rye. I gotta be honest with you, I can't remember what flax looks like out in the wild. For all I know, I could be running past some and I don't even know it. Oh, no. Is it just me who can hear thunder? Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks like a big old storm approaching over there. Oh, something coming up here. What's this? Yeah, flax. We need 1. And, wait, did we not pick it up? So apparently, unlike the other crops where when it gets to one stage below the maximum, you can grab like 1 bit of harvest, the flax, you can't do that. Well, that kind of sucks, and that is a complete waste of those flax plants. Darn it! Aha! It's the great hen hunt! Hey, if you think you're getting away there, sir... Oh, you have so got another thing coming. Come back! There we go. Ain't no one getting away to go alert the authorities of my misdeeds. No! Anyone else find rain and thunder in this game really therapeutic? Like, I'm loving this. Oh, snappers. All right, we've got ourselves a bunch of crops up on this mountainside, interestingly. Is it spelt or is it flax? It's spelt. Ah, so wheat, essentially. Blimey, what has happened to my game here? A whole bunch of fog has rolled in by the looks of it, and my goodness me, is that a little bit crazy. So when I close off... Wait, what? The fog is inside? Okay, that's a bit strange, but oh well. Since we're here back at base, we can probably get away with, you know, doing a whole bunch of foodstuffs. Only I did consume my last good bit of food earlier. Porridge. First 2 slots must be grain. Optional additions 0 to 2 grain, 0 to 2 vegetables, 0 to 2 fruit. Okay, very good. So if I was to grab out some of these here black currants, and then we do a little bit of this. Wait, no, it needs to be 5. There we are. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Right, where's my torches? Gotta get this thing lit up, and we are gonna have porridge for the first time in this world. And a whopping 5 servings of them as well. Ah, this is brilliant. Hey, the watering can is done. So presumably I could just like right click on this and it will, where? Okay. Oh no, it's full. Oh, cool. All right. So now we can pop on in here. We can check out the moisture levels. Maybe we could do a little bit of this. Oh, yeah. Get everything up to 100%. So as a result of moisturizing these here crops, we now have a whopping 98% growth speed, which is not bad going. And look at this. We've actually got over 100% growth speed with the turnips here. So actually, they're going to be done faster than what the tooltip said, which I think was, what, 9 days, I think? So yeah, the turnips are looking extremely healthy. I mean, the carrots, 98% growth speed. I mean, it's pretty much darn near what the tooltip said, which was, how many days? 11? Yeah. So presumably, with the blocks that you have manually moisturized via a watering can, they'll wind up losing moisture as time goes on. I mean, you know, IRL, that happens as well. So, yeah. To be honest, I don't really know why I'm moisturizing some of these crop areas because, yeah, some of them might not even wind up having crops put on them. Ah, okay. There's a little bit of a quality of life change I'd like to see personally, and that is like a durability bar for the watering can, only there isn't one currently. You just have to hover over it and then it will tell you how much water there is. So yeah, Vintage Story devs, if you wind up watching this video here, then yeah, that would be very much appreciated. A durability bar which represents how much water there is left in the watering can. I'd really appreciate that. Ah, yeah, check it out. So some of the moisture is already starting to disappear from some of the blocks. So yeah, definitely gonna have to keep a close eye on the moisture levels here. So having ground up some bones from those chickens and hens that I sort of, you know, magically disappeared earlier, we're now going to go ahead and fertilize a couple more of our crop areas here. And then I think what we'll do is we'll pretty much just sort of split the crops. So yeah, we'll start off with some rye here. Then we'll have ourselves some spelt for wheat. We've got onions here. We could do actually a full area for just onions, but what we're actually going to do is onions and flax together, okay? And because I'm slightly OCD, I'm going to have this be nice and symmetrical. So flax, 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 and the rest of it can be onions. So growth speed 98%, growth speed 98%. With the spelt and the rye, they are also 98%. So question, are there any other types of crops that you can get in this game? So far, I believe we've got 7. I don't know if 7 is the maximum amount of unique crops there are. Maybe I'll check on the wiki real quick. Ah, okay. So having checked out the wiki, the climate we're in here, sort of very temperate, we've actually already got all of the crops. We've got carrots, flax, onion, spelt, turnip, parsnip, and rye. And then when you go to slightly warmer climates, you can get a whopping 8 more different types of things that you can grow. You've got rice, soybeans, amaranth, bell peppers, cassava, peanuts, pineapples, and sunflowers. And then believe it or not, on top of that, there are a couple of crops you can get from ruins, and they are pumpkins and cabbages. So in grand total, there's a whopping 17 types of crop that you can grow, which is Kind of awesome, actually. Anyway, time for a little bit of Operation Tidy Out My Inventory, and then finally, we're going to get round to doing a little bit of prospecting. All right, we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a snooze. Then we're going to check on our crops, see what the moisture levels are looking like. And to begin our prospecting journey, what we'll wind up doing is we'll go to all of the mined up copper deposits, and we'll see if there's any more bits of copper to be had at any of them. But anyways, here we are. Brand new day. Let's check on our crops here real quick. Moisture 90%. Okay. So, yeah. Maybe we just need to get in the habit of just sort of topping up the moisture of these bad boys each morning. Here we are. All sorted. Wait, can I put this thing on the ground? Just, I don't know, say here. Requires solid ground. Oh, yeah, right. The stone paths don't count as solid ground, of course. Let's put this thing, I don't know, there. So, here we are. Got my copper prospecting pick out. You might notice the durability is less than the maximum, and that's because I did some little test prospect, just so I kind of know what I'm doing. There, yeah, we've got ourselves food, we've got ourselves light, we've got ourselves heals, and yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. I'm so excited to get on with some prospecting, my friends. So, let's start off with our nearest copper vein, which is the one down here. When you have your prospecting pick selected, you can press F and you can change its mode. Density search mode is the long range one, which crops up a whole bunch of different percentage chances of there being certain resources in any one given location. And then you've got this here node search mode, which is what we're going to be using to start things off here. Short range, exact search. And that is exactly what we want if we're trying to find ourselves some more copper nearby this here vein. So let's go ahead and start on just a little bit of mining here. And as you can see in the chat box, it says no ore node nearby. Maybe if I was to do another one down here. I don't actually know the exact range of this mode. Okay, so none over there. What about over here? I think we'll make this our final one before heading over to a different ore area. No ore node nearby. Okay, so what that means for us is we can go ahead and delete this waypoint. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for this very, very far away copper deposit, and then we'll go for this little copper cluster to the north here. So while I'm roaming around here, I just remembered that quartz can be made into glass, right? Presumably that glass can be used in the creation of greenhouses, and it turns out there's actually a greenhouse handbook entry. So, here we are. Once you have obtained glass, you can make a greenhouse to extend your growing season. That is exactly what I would like to do. Any farmland, fruit tree, or berry bush inside the greenhouse will receive a +5 degree temperature boost. The maximum interior volume on a single greenhouse is 14 by 14 by 14 blocks. The roof of the greenhouse must be at least 50% glass. Full block or slab can also be chiseled glass as long as one side is solid. The walls can be of any material and can be shared between greenhouses. So yeah, the wall can be anything, and then the roof has to be glass. Okay. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought the entire thing would have to be glass, but no, apparently not. Now, I'm not going to go berserk with this quartz mining. I just kind of want to grab myself a little bit so I can start working with it. Oh, okay, I can't. I need a bronze pickaxe to break it. So, bang goes that idea. Although, with that said, I don't think we're a million miles from being able to make bronze stuff. Yeah, here we go. Bronze Age. Acquire one of the 3 types of bronze. Tin bronze, bismuth bronze. We have already found a little bit of that. So, maybe we can go prospecting back nearby where we mined it previously. Maybe there's some more. And then we've also got black bronze. So, here we are at the southern copper deposit. Do we, by any chance, have ourselves any more nearby? Let's go ahead and mine this one to kick things off. No ore node nearby. Ah, rats. Second one, nothing. And let's do a third one over here. No ore node nearby. Ah, well, at least we now know we've completely mined this one up, and thus we can rid its waypoint. So, I think the time has come, folks. Let's go to the northern cluster of copper here. We'll also go to the bismuth and see if there's any more bismuth to be had there. Since we're running back past our base, we might as well go ahead and get the remainder of our food out here. So if I just put this down, grab the last bowl out of it, then we could start on cooking some other stuff. So if we do poultry and then some turnips, then here we are. 3 servings of poultry stew with boiled turnips. Nice. All right, just need myself a couple more bits of fuel. I need to go grab myself some more peat, apparently. But anyways, let's do this thing. Get this thing lit up, and then when I come back, I'm going to have a whole bunch of new stews waiting for me. So let's get on with mining a little bit here. I'm going to hope and pray that there is some more bismuth around. No ore nodes. Aw, man. Really? All right, we'll do a second one and a third one. I think that's what I'm going to do going forward. It's kind of like a rule of 3. So let's do one last one here. If there's still no ore nodes, then we'll call it a day. That really was just a vein of 1 bismuth, was it? That is so unfortunate. So then, time to head to the northern cluster of copper nodes. Alright, heading down into the first ore node. Let's start off in this corner here. Oh, hello. Native copper trace amounts. So there's some more copper to be had around here, apparently. The question is, in what direction is the copper? All right, let's check out the handbook entry for prospecting. We've got density search mode. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for node search mode. Ah, interesting. So here we are. In this mode, the prospecting pick will probe at a much smaller radius, 2 to 8 blocks. Ah, okay, so, yeah, just gotta continue digging around, and we'll find it eventually. For the life of me, I cannot find this copper. And I feel like I'm using quite a lot of durability on, this copper node. When actually, I could be maybe using this for a larger ore node via prospecting sort of long range, you know? So I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and we will keep the waypoint there. We're not going to rid it. We'll come back eventually with maybe a better pickaxe, and then, I don't know, we'll just sort of dig around, see if we can't find ourselves the last bits of copper there. So checking out the second of the 3 copper nodes in this cluster. Let's have a look here. Now, there seems to be some more copper around here as well. But again, similar to the copper node that we were just in, I feel like we should prioritize our pickaxe durability instead. Oh, no, okay, no, we've actually found it. Ah! Okay, there was actually some more here. Nice. All right, we'll do one more prospect mine, and then we'll probably skedaddle from this place and head on over to the 3rd ore node. Nope, there's still copper around here. Ooh. Where, though? All right, there's still trace amounts of copper around here, so again, I'm going to keep the waypoint there. Let's head on over to the 3rd and final copper vein. Oh, there was some more that I completely missed just straight out. Did I, just run out of pickaxe previously, or did I just miss this out because I'm an observant doofus brain? I mean, given my track record, I'd have to go for the latter. But yeah, do you know what? I'm actually very, very happy we found all of this because, yeah, we'll be able to make ourselves a replacement axe finally. Ooh, hello. There was something big in that. What's that? Medium crystallized chunk of copper. So what have we got here? It's 15 times 20, which is, I'd like to say 300 plus 40 units with this. So 340 units. So basically 3 ingots is what we've got so far. 3 ingots worth. That's not bad. So then changing the mode to density search mode, long range, chance-based search. So far as I can remember from watching Dallas's videos, you have to mine 3 random bits of stones in an area, and then it will give you your percentage chances of finding certain bits and bobs. So let's go ahead and let's start off, I don't know, just sort of here. All right, need 2 more samples. Can it be right next to it and it will do the job? No, still need 2 more samples. All right, let's do this one down here. 1 more sample. Okay, so yeah, they can't be right next to each other. So let's dig out, I don't know, this corner here. And once we find some stone, we'll dig it out. Poor bismuth located, poor magnetite located, and minuscule amounts of cassiterite. But yeah, check it out. On the map, it places down a waypoint for you. And no, I don't want to delete the reading. I want to be able to click on the magnetite and cassiterite links there, but I cannot. Unless I bring up the chat and do it here instead. Yeah, that's probably better. So this is used to create crushed iron. Ooh, okay. Requiring an iron bloom. So there's only just over a 1% chance of us finding iron around here? What about cassiterite? What does that do? Used to create cassiterite. Oh, okay. 20 pieces smelt into 1 tin ingot. So it's basically tin. Ah. Unfortunately, that wasn't the most fruitful start to our prospecting journey, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to head on over to another area. We're going to do some more prospecting. Alright, so checking this thing out. We've got magnetite, bismuth, cassiterite, and there's also silver and gold? Wow. Albeit only minuscule amounts. Okay, so, again, very, very low percentage chances. We need to really, really start exploring the world here if we want to have a chance of finding ourselves some slightly higher-end ores. Alright, this seems like a pretty good place to do a little bit of prospecting. Bit of a cave entrance here. Okay, 2 more samples, and 1 more. We're just going to do it, like, right here. Come on, big money, big money, big money! 2% chance of finding magnetite, and decent magnetite. There's also hematite, cinnabar, cassiterite, ilmenite, and bismuth. Ooh. Oh, and check it out! It gives you like a different colours icon depending on how much stuff there is around that area. Ah, it's about to become nighttime, so let me just quickly have a pit stop back at base. Although, with that said, maybe I should just bring my bed with me that I can sleep on the fly. Growth stunted due to heat. Yikes. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Only will yield 50% of produce. Okay, what about the rest of this? Ah! Okay, so the rye is also stunted. Okay, well, this is all a learning journey, my friends. So, you'll have to bear with me. I dare say some of you folks have been, you know, saying down in the comments area, you know, that I have to do certain bits and bobs when it comes to farming. But, yeah, I'm a noob. Forgive me. Poultry stew with boiled turnips, 750 protein and 300 vegetable saturation. Hey. All right, the first prospect mine. Will this do for the second prospect mine? Yeah, okay, good-o. And the the final one, I think we're just gonna do right here. Right, what are we gonna have? Oh, the magnetite has actually gone down. Interesting. There's also cinnabar, bismuth, hematite, cassiterite, and ilmenite. Yeah, I don't know about you folks, but I don't feel like going down there is in our best interests right now. I think we would just flat out die. So yeah, gonna do myself a favor here, folks. Let's get the heck out. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't even realize this. You can get bismuth ore bits. It's just the case of I've not been lucky enough to find this stuff around. Yeah. So rather similar to copper, yeah, you can find nuggets of this just on the surface, and presumably that indicates the presence of a bismuth vein. Oh, wow, okay. So, yeah, we really have just been unlucky so far then. Either that or it is very, very, very much more rare than copper bits are on the surface. I swear I've not seen a single bismuth nugget on the surface. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll find one today. Maybe not. We've got ourselves one of these here ruins. Doesn't seem to be anything going on here, though. However, with that said, you folks were saying that apparently that bony soil that I found in one of the ruins, you should apparently pick that up because you can sift it and get some cool stuff out of it. What do we think? Time for another prospect? I think so. All right, big money. What have we got here? Basically nothing. Oh, hello. No. No! No! Oh, no, 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 no. You can't come after me and then start running away when you're starting to lose, you absolute wuss. No, I do not take kindly to that kind of warfare. No, 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 no. What have we got here? Ooh, animal fat. Hey, I didn't take a single shred of damage from that wolf. Who says your boy isn't getting better at combat in this game, eh? Right, what is this? This is... Oh, hello, here we are. Bony soil. I think we just found some. Yeah. So, can I just, like, pick this up flat out? Is that something I can do? Yes, it is. Okay. All right, time for another prospect. Come on, big money. Let's have you. Wow. That's not great. Come on. What have we got this time? Oh, that's really bad. I may or may not have resorted to underwater prospecting. Whether this is going to reveal anything remains to be seen. Hey, decent bismuth. Okay. That's actually pretty good. So, decent magnetite, which gives you iron, and decent bismuth, which gives you, well, bismuth. I'd say that's probably the best one I've found so far, and it's already been marked by a yellow one. Presumably, if it goes green, then you've got a very, very good chance of finding some ores beneath here. This one over here, I mean, that one was also good with iron, but it's poor with bismuth, as you can see. So, yes, somewhere around this general area, we've got both iron and bismuth, which is pretty cool. This might seem like an interesting way to go, but I am going to prospect my base. Yep, you heard that right. We're going to see if there's any ores to be had directly underneath our base. Only if there is, then oh my goodness, are we in for a good time. Right, let's do the last one, let's say just over here. And we're going to see what we have. Hey, decent iron, poor bismuth. Yeah, I know. I've just left a whole bunch of holes in the walls of my base, but it's all in the pursuit of getting decent veins of ores, right? Alright, I'm thinking we do a series of prospects just sort of surrounding our base lake here, and we're just going to kind of hope for the best, I guess. Ooh, 2.1% bismuth, 2.45% bismuth, and high magnetite at 2.36%. 2.66 magnetite, 2.48 bismuth. Alright, so the magnetite is still high, but the bismuth, I think, is starting to go very, very slightly down. So what do we got? 2.48 over there, 2.45. Yeah, 2.02. So the bismuth is sort of towards the north here, isn't it? Do you know what? I've been prospecting for ages. Why don't we actually dig down? I mean, it says like 2.5% chance of actually finding these ores, but it would be in high or decent amounts, apparently, according to the tooltips here. Ladder. We've got rope ladders. That's coil of rope. What about this? Oh, okay, you get 3 per time. Oh, and in this case, you need boards and sticks. So, here we are with a bunch of boards, and then here we are. 36 ladders. Oh, we can make more. And probably some more even still. Ah, might have gone overkill with the ladders here, but, I mean, you know. Better to be over-prepared than under-prepared, right? So, while we are in the process of, you know, digging down into the world to see if we can't find ourselves some ores, why don't we do ourselves a favor and get ourselves all of this smelted up? Eh? Horsetail has randomly spawned in my farming area. Hey, I'm not going to complain about that. Ah, nice. Looks like we've actually got some growth going on here. The flax is at 2 out of 9. The carrots, 2 out of 7. Turnips, 2 out of 5. And then the rye and spelt are both 2 out of 9. And here we are with the molten copper. So, we're going to have ourselves a pickaxe. We're going to have ourselves an axe. And finally, also a prospecting pick. So, down we go. The big dig commences. Now, how the hell do you get down the ladder? Oh, there we go. You just hold shift. Okay, cool. I was just going to say. Oh, okay. And rather awesomely, you can grab on to the ladder. Oh, gee whiz. Okay. Sure. This is going to take some getting used to. Having played Minecraft for so long, I've been so used to Minecraft's ladder mechanics. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. So, so you can just keep yourself attached and then Yeah. Dude, this is actually really awesome. Oh, look at my sanity meter. Oh, that is turning anti-clockwise real quick like. Okay, bumping across andesite now. So I know we're getting quite deep into the world here now. Quartz has been located. Okay. Not quite what we're looking for. But when it comes to us wanting to create ourselves a greenhouse eventually, yeah, this stuff is going to be super freaking useful. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get past this here quartz ore. Maybe we need to start digging out some sort of offshoot coming off of the ladder in random places. Maybe that way we can find ourselves some ores, do a little bit of branch mining similar to Minecraft. Dude, look at my sanity meter. That cog is starting to empty. All right, let's see if we can't slow that cog down just a little bit. It is going down rather alarmingly quick. We now only have 52% sanity remaining. Well, it's not sanity, it's temporal stability, I think it's called. Go on! Go clockwise! Go clockwise! Yep, there we are. It's going clockwise as soon as we get to the surface. Of course. Come on, fill up! I'm home now! This is about as sane as I'm gonna be! Well, while we're waiting for our sanity to restore, we have a pickaxe, we have a prospecting pick, we have an axe. Finally. All right, we're looking pretty good now, folks. All right, so we have a pan. We have ourselves this here bony soil. Let's go ahead and give this just a little bit of a go. All right, the final sift. Let's see what we got. Oh, there we are with the flax fibers. I needed that, didn't I? We've got some arrowheads and bones. So now, grab those bad boys out. Grab these bad boys out. We should be able to make the flax twine. Yep, there we are. Let me do a little bit of this. Yay! We got a bucket finally! Amazing! Can we just, like, fill this up directly? Yep. Alright, a little bit different of an idea. Let me just get back down to here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to node search mode. And we're going to do just a little bit of a thing. Maybe there's some ores nearby that I don't know about. What have we got here? No ore node nearby there. Okay, what about over this side? No ore node over there either. So, to finish off today's episode, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend a bunch of time digging a bunch of corridors at different altitudes, and then with the little poke holes, I'll probably just do like a low-end prospect to see if there are any ores to be had. Ooh! Native copper medium amounts. Hello! Now, considering I'm very near the surface here, I would have to assume it's either on my level or very slightly beneath me, right? Oh, the copper has now gone down to small amounts, so actually it might be more so up here? No, it's still at small amounts. So the medium amounts was showing sort of here. Okay, what if I was to do another prospect right here? Only quartz there. Okay. Alright, so after doing a bunch of prospects, I'm pretty sure the copper is over this way. This seems to be where we get the medium reading. I've literally been digging around for like the last 15 minutes, and I cannot, for the life of me, find this medium copper vein. Like, I've dug in just about every direction imaginable, I swear. Like, where the heck is this copper? I really need it. Bismuth trace amounts. Wait a minute. That's what we need. However, since we've just used all of our copper to make replacement tools, we do still need copper as well. Ah, all this mining. I haven't found anything yet. Am I just the most awful miner that's ever lived or something? Or am I just seriously unlucky? The prospecting pick will probe at a much smaller radius, 2 to 8 blocks. If it finds something, there is guaranteed to be an ore vein within the vicinity. In that case, it is only a matter of finding the right direction to mine towards. And I feel like I've been doing that for the last century. Where the hell is this copper vein? Oh my gosh. Finally! I have almost used up the entirety of my backup pickaxe here. Oh! That took way too long! Oh, that's either because I'm still a noob at this game, or it's because, I don't know, I was just being stupidly unlucky. I don't know. All I know is I'm very glad to have found it. Oh, hang on. I've broken into something over here. Presumably near where I started? Question mark? Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, we'll go over there and then to the left, and then I think I'll be at the ladder. Look how close I was to the freaking copper! Oh, my word! Goodness me. Yeah, there is a good amount of copper in this vein. We were averaging like 20 to 25 ore clumps from the other veins. But no, this one, 35 plus, maybe even 40 plus. All right, before we give this up, let's just do one more quick prospect. Make sure it's all done and dusted, and then we'll probably head on home. Native copper trace amount. So there might be one or two more copper bits around, but if I'm being honest, I'm not entirely fussed about trace amounts. So there we are, prospecting, leading to a very decent vein of copper on this occasion. However, we did see earlier that there were traces of bismuth a little bit further down. So I'm thinking in the next episode, once I've gone ahead and, done all of the stuffs with the copper that I need to, I think what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can't locate that bismuth vein. Only if we can, we might just be able to advance into the Bronze Age in the next episode. Look at all of this. That's a lot of stones that we can build with, my friends. A heck of a lot of stones. Gee whiz. All right. Let's just quickly see how much copper we get out of all of this before we wrap things up. So tallying up all of the copper nugs we have now, that's going to be, what, 196. We're 4 away from being able to make ourselves, what, 10 ingots? The only thing I want to do is I want to get myself a backup pickaxe for next episode. The rest of the copper is going to be reserved for creating bronze with. So, on that successful note, it is time to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you have enjoyed today's episode and you're excited to see more, do be sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to ding that bell if you don't want to miss out on my future content. But for now, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye-bye!